Meow. Hello everyone, my name is SwingPoynt and welcome to Motivational Monday. Again, this is the second one, except it's on a Wednesday. Oops. The reason why it's going to be on a Wednesday is because this is the first time I've had an opportunity to get to it because PAX happened this weekend. I didn't record it before PAX because I'm a big dummy face. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and talk about what I wanted to talk about last Monday. And if you don't know what Motivational Monday is, it's this thing I kind of want to try to do, but we'll see how it goes. This is the second time we're doing it. I'm doing it every other Monday, and pretty much what the point of it is to go ahead and have these videos that are on the channel that serve sort of as a resource for people to go to whenever they're feeling down, whenever they're feeling unmotivated, and they need a little pick-me-up. That way, this channel can be a good, positive place for somebody who really just needs a little bit of an upper in their day. And I like to do that because I know that I've been given a wonderful gift by you guys to be able to do this channel, to be able to speak to thousands upon thousands of people, so I want to do what I can to make sure that I spread some positivity with that power that you have given me. And the two things that have been on my mind for the past couple of weeks are something that I'm really passionate about, something that I think about a lot, and something that really ignites some fire inside of me. Like, I really get emotional about this, and the two things it really has to do with is how you talk to yourself and negativity. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I feel like what people tell themselves, how people talk to themselves, has such a dramatic effect on how they live their day-to-day life and their overall health, that it's something that I want to hopefully spin in a very positive way. And really the main sentence or message that I really want to be able to hopefully instill is that you as a person really have the ability to choose whether or not you're going to look at something in a positive light or a negative light. And the way you choose to look at those things can really affect how your body acts, how your body works, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about others, and it really can affect whether or not you become successful in situations that you want to become successful in. And I don't feel like that's really a concept that is too foreign once you think of examples. So think of somebody who you envision has it all, like some celebrity who's got all the money in the world, all the positive relationships in the world, has accomplished every single thing that they have ever wanted to accomplish, at least on the outside. That's what it seems like. Everything is just going so right for them. And then picture somebody who has, I don't know, gotten into a horrific accident and they lost their ability to walk, and maybe the person that was in a relationship with them left because they became too much of a burden, and this and that, and they just had a series of horrible things happen to them. And then I want you to think about how each one of those two types of people, you hear the same thing over and over and over again, where somehow these people that have it all get into these really depressive states, and then you end up hearing that they ended up taking their lives, which is just, it blows your mind because it seemed like everything was going good for them. And then you see those people who just lost everything, and they can somehow turn it around and have a more fulfilled life than a lot of people do in this world. And you look at that and you're like, well, man, what does that come down to? How can somebody who lost so much start to live in such a happy way and feel so fulfilled? And how can somebody who has had so much just decide that it's not worth it and then throw it all away? And I'd say one of the biggest things that affects that is really how you talk to yourself. Now, I know that there are, mental illnesses and things like that that really affect your biochemistry, and it can make it very hard to keep negative thoughts from coming into yourself, but that does not mean that you can't try, which is the whole point of what I'm trying to express in this video, is that it's up to you. You have to choose to try to do the best that you can to tell yourself positive things. And I guess the reason why I feel confident enough to say that is I worked with a lot of people who had these types of thoughts where they just felt like nothing wasn't worth it anymore and they didn't want to continue on. They had all sorts of social anxiety. They hated what was going on in their life. They just felt like nothing was worth it. And when you just listen to folks, I'd say the biggest thing someone needs to do when you find out that someone is in a really depressive state is just listen to them and not go ahead and be like, hey, this is how I dealt with my own situation. You need to really just listen to them. And the one thing that always seems to come up is how they talk to themselves in such a bad way. Like, they tell themselves that they're not worth it and that they're just a waste of time in everyone else's eyes. Like, these are the things that people are telling themselves, and that's just so hard, and it's just gonna bring you down. And I guess really what I keep saying, what I really want to express to you in this video is that you can talk to yourself in a better way. You can choose to say nicer things to yourself, even though it can feel so hard and you might not believe it right away. You need to work and focus on believing that you are worth something, because if you start to, can you see like the passion coming out? I can feel like, I told you this is something that like I'm really, I think about a lot, and it really gets to me. Like people can talk to themselves in a more positive way. And if you're having trouble doing that, know that there are a lot of people who you can find, who you can talk to, who can help push you in a positive light. And I'm hoping that I can be one of those things for you, that somebody who is telling you that you can find something that is good about you. You can find something that is worthwhile about yourself. I know that you have something in you that is worth something, and you just need to tell yourself. Just tell yourself, just believe. And if you don't believe me, just try and give it a shot. Go ahead and try to look at something that you looked at in a negative light, and then try to twist it into something positive. And I guess to kind of like expand on this in a different direction, not just talking about self-worth and whether or not you feel like you're worth something, being negative and being positive on other aspects of life too. Like you can see it all the time with it in the news or on a Twitter or on a Facebook feed. Like you'll see people that look at things in a very positive way and people that look at things in a very negative way. And I feel like one, I guess, sort of current event that kind of points this out is Pew just released a video where he was talking about how it can be difficult to appease your audience because people can get really negative, and if people aren't getting what they want, that they will go ahead and make up things that make things seem more negative than they actually are. Like in his video, he made an example of there are people who are saying to him that the reason why he releases short videos from time to time is because he's just trying to get more money out of his subscribers. And that is so far from the truth. And so many people know that, but there are people that choose to think negatively like that. Like they make up in their own mind that, hey, he's doing this for all the wrong reasons. But then there's also the other side of people that go ahead and say, well, maybe he's just doing it because he wants to try new creative things. Or maybe he's doing these types of videos because the audience that he has really likes them. Like he's doing it for very good reasons. And you see that everywhere. I feel like the news is the best example of negativity, at least here in America. I see it so much. There's just so much negativity in the news, so much gross shit where the news is just trying to spread very bad messages and get people like angry because people get addicted to that. I don't know why, but it's totally a thing. So I encourage you, the next time you go into a situation, try to think of it in a positive light. Because there are so many easy ways to go ahead and just turn something negative. Like, oh my god, the reason why my waitress was so bad is because they're a bitch and they're a nasty person. Or, you know, maybe your waitress that you may have had who gave you bad service was like that because they were actually having a really bad day. And maybe they're really nice all the time and something just happened to them. So maybe you can go ahead and try to cheer them up. You know what I mean? Like, people get so hung up on negativity, and it's just something that bothers me to no end. They like to spread negative things. They like to talk about negative things. They like to look at how stupid this person was, or I have no faith in humanity anymore, or this or that, or this or that, or people just latch onto it. And it's one of those things that I guess I am kind of, you know, indirectly doing because I'm making a video about it, but the whole point of this video isn't to spread the negativity. It's to go ahead and to bring it up so people are aware and they notice this, and that go ahead and take those moments where they see that negativity and turn it into something positive. Like bullying too, you see that a lot too. Bullies pick on people because they are negative and they look at the negative parts of people instead of viewing at what somebody does positively. That is what bullying is at its very core, is be different. Go ahead and do something positive, be something positive, choose to be positive. And if you choose to live that way, if you choose to think of things in a positive way, it can really affect you in all other parts of your life. You will start to feel more positive. You will start to feel more self-worth, because if you look at the positive things in other people's lives and you start to appreciate them, you'll start to appreciate yourself. And that goes a long way, and that means a lot. Everybody needs that. Everybody needs to feel appreciated, and if you can't appreciate yourself, you're not going to feel like anybody else does either. And if you do see somebody being negative, I challenge you to go ahead and tell them to stop. Say, hey, maybe we should think about this in a different way. Maybe being negative isn't the coolest thing to do right now. And you see it everywhere. You'll see it amongst your friends. You'll see it in your family. You'll see it in the news. You'll see it from your politicians. You'll see it from YouTubers such as myself. You'll see it everywhere. So go ahead and try to stop it. Or at the very least, don't focus on it. Page past it and go ahead and focus on something positive and spread some positivity, because there's a lot of people who are doing really positive things, who are doing good things, who need support. So go ahead and support those folks who are spreading good messages. And the folks that are rolling around in the negativity, hopefully they get what's coming to them. And the negativity that they spread starts to go away. So yeah, I don't know. I think I got a lot of it covered. I feel weird making these because I don't ever want to feel preachy. However, at the same time, I really do want to talk about things that affect people. And I know that negativity is a big one that affects everyone every single day, especially on the internet, because of how easy it is to be negative behind a keyboard. And so yeah, I hope you guys got an okay message out of this. I really want you to go ahead and do what you can to go ahead and do something positive. Go ahead and compliment somebody. If you need to, go ahead and feel a little bit more positive in your own life. Try to read something positive. Go ahead and look at some motivational quotes or read a book that has some really positive messages in it, like How to Win Friends and Influence People, or frickin' Tony Robbins has who knows how many books, or there's the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Just read books that are like self-improvement. That really helps a lot too. Helps you look at things in a different way, in a more positive way, and I'd argue in a better way. Focus on what's good, because nobody does better in the light of criticism, in the light of hate, in the light of negativity than they do in positivity. People always are better when things are positive. People perform better when people are nice to each other, and you have the power to go ahead and cause that effect to the people around you. You can make people positive. You can be that change on others and yourself. So that's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video is good, and I have a confession about, believing in yourself and making sure that you tell yourself good things and that you focus on being positive. And what that confession is that I had to do that to myself when it came to this video, because I was really nervous about it, because I knew it's one of those things that people can get really fiery about, and I wasn't sure I was going to deliver the message in the right way, and honestly, I'm still not sure, but I focused on it, and I was like, I just got to make this video because I know it's something I want to talk about, and if I tell myself that I can't, then I'm not even going to record the darn thing. So, hopefully it turned out okay. Hopefully you get the point of what I'm trying to say. And it's just that, go ahead and be positive. You have the ability to choose to try and look at things in a positive light. You can always try. I know it's hard sometimes because life isn't always easy, but you can always choose. Always, always, always choose to try to be positive. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. And I'll see you guys in the next video that we do around here. Mwah, mwah, mwah.